I hope amazing. So we're back with Entropia Universe. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of the Mayhem event. I hope you guys are all kicking some butt today. Let me get chat up real quick. It's always harder to find myself than I always think it should be. Okay, got it. Um, Hold on one second. We'll go immediately in. That ought to be a good way to start it. Right off the bat, we have 635 ped in ammo right now. The weapon I'm going to be using is a combustive chip number 7 with a Neo-Psi kinetic chip or amplifier number 5. And so not a ton of firepower, but enough that we're able to do some stuff. Let me make sure I don't have a bunch of stuff in our inventory. No, just a bunch of pills. Okay, we're good. Let's go in. So you go up to the little event thingy clicky. You go to global instances. We're doing Mayhem number 3. We're already registered. So I don't think we have to register, but whatever. We confirm it to enter, and it's that easy. And that's if you're on pretty much, I think, any planet, to be honest. Let me get all comfy and stuff. I have some coffee right here. We click this little operate thing. Then I walk back here. Boom, there's the guys. Click that. Now I will tell you I've been kind of a little bit frustrated at Twitch lately because it's dropped my stream so much. If that happens, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I'd just say frustrations. But I'm not too happy with Twitch right now. Working past it though. Working past it. My coffee's good for the day. So last time we had tons of mojo going on. I believe we have tons of mojo going on this time. Got like 2 globals, which wasn't bad. There's a Mayhem token already. Not really sure if any of the good items are even left in the Mayhem thing anymore. What the Mayhem tokens are going for. I've been selling them all, honestly. I don't really care about any of the items that they have in there. And so, but I do get that some people probably really do. And good for them, I guess. Outside of that, I'm going to be heading on my way back to Calypso so I can refill my little shop, refill the auction house. We're kind of a little bit, you know, missing out on a whole bunch of market opportunity by being off planet, which is one of the reasons I just don't even like to be off planet. But I do like to go pick up some extra skill points from some of the missions and get a little bit of a break, just to be honest. It is nice just to get a break sometimes. But it is always an opportunity cost. Ooh, my little fluffy thing fell off my mic, so I probably sound very, very aggressive to you guys. And I don't have a new fluffy thing. Guys, I'm looking around for it. It was there this morning. And somehow in my day, I misplaced it. Okay, so I'll just try not to talk as much as normal because honestly, I didn't realize my fluffy thing was gone. Kinda gonna look around. Do a little spin. Look at my desk that's a mess. Yeah, I'll have to find my fluffy thing so I can restock the little thing that makes it where my voice isn't so aggressive at you guys. I'm sorry about that. Trying to think of where it would have fell off to. I'm gonna just look around real quick. I found one. Stealing one off of a different. My one off of a different mic does not fit, you guys. Hey everybody. Hey Avalonus. Hey Rudavo. Why are we saying greedy MA today? Are they not being lovely to you? I mean, I'm not disagreeing. Some days I feel like that too. I've got all kinds of projects laying around here that I need to work on. You guys see how many screws of different types I have? Kind of a shock. By the way, I have a little lapel mic that I never use. I don't think we should try to use it today since I've never used it, but it doesn't have the same mic thing as the other one, so yeah. Oh. Okay. I can understand your frustrations. I can't argue with that. So they're not being nice. So sometimes they're brutal at you. How overly aggressive does my voice sound without that little mic fluffy thing on it? You know what I'm saying? I can't hear myself at all. So let's just hope. I should try this though one time. Look at this. It's this kind of mic where you go. I don't know where you hook this thing. It's the kind that you hook on yourself. I'll find that out later. I'll have to see how people use those. I'm gonna get one of those mics that's like a dude that's on the radio mics. I think that those are the best way to go, just so you guys know. Those look cool. I don't have one right now. All chaos, guys. All chaos. Somehow there's a phone call coming in at me that I can't take. Because we're in the middle of a stream. I don't know why they would be calling me right this second. It's somebody I know's company. But they know I stream right now. And when it's somebody I know's company, I kind of feel like I should answer it. But then, like, what am I gonna do? Take a business call while we're on a stream? That seems like a horrible freaking idea, right? Seems like a horrible idea to me. If they call me back in a second, I'll answer. It stresses me out when people like, you know what I mean? Well, I have a hard time not taking phone calls from people I know. It's a very hard time. Especially because sometimes I worry like they're trying to get a hold of me to say something like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Did you know? You know what I mean? Because you always worry about the people you know. And you never know. Super high anxiety now. I'm gonna check and make sure I didn't get a text message or something that would let me know some stuff. Nope, doesn't look like somebody text messaged me something. Yeah, the only text message I have is some kind of crazy thing that I'm not sure what's going on with that. Something crazy happened. I'll have to see what's up with in a little while. You guys ever get text messages or calls and you're like, man, I need to be able to take that eventually, but right now is not a good time, and you just hope it's not something serious or anything? Hey, Snow Ranger, I hope you're having a great day. I lost my little fluffy thing for my mic, so I might sound horribly aggressive. By the way, I bought some myrrh at a shop when I was in Durango, thinking it was going to smell lovely like amber does. If you guys have never smelt myrrh, it's a super not as pleasant smell. It's okay, but it's not one that you would be like, oh, let me burn that like amber. If you get raw amber, it's actually beautiful smelling. It literally smells just amazing. And I saw myrrh and I'm like, oh, well, I burnt raw amber before. I wonder if myrrh's nice smelling. Guess what, you guys? It's not my favorite smell. I got a whole bunch of incense though while I was there, including I did get some amber incense that do smell amazing, and then I got some Indian from India incense that I don't even know what smell it's supposed to be. It just says heavy scented temple incense. Who knows what that's supposed to be, right? But I'm going to tell you, they aren't joking around with the heavy scented, and it is super, super powerful. Like if you wanted a strong smell, the heavy scented temple incense from India, they're heavy scented. They don't lie. They're like, nah, dude, you burn one and your house smells like that for like hours. I mean hours. It's okay because it's a super pleasant smell, right? But literally wasn't ready for it to be so heavy of a smell, just to be honest. Okay, hold on one second, just gotta heal myself up. Oh, you guys, I went to a ballet this weekend. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The ballerinas were cute, but the storyline, when it's just balleting, is a little boring. I mean, just the storyline. Like, I was wanting it to be more of a mix, I guess, between like a play, a ballet, and maybe a musical or something. But literally, when all they do to move the storyline forward is just ballet and more ballet and more ballet, which, yes, I get it. It's a ballet. That's what they're going to do. It's not as good as a play. I mean, it's good. It was pleasant. But the storyline, the way the storyline moves forward in a ballet is kind of like, I don't know. I guess I've been spoiled by actual dialogue and other things. And I might not be culturally refined enough to be able to interpret the forward movement of a storyline through the fact that they changed the way they're dancing and costumes. I mean, but all the little ballerinas were super nice. I got to meet them after the thing, and they were all nice. That's what I'll say. Hey, Snow Ranger, and hey, Kilman, I hope you're having a great day. They danced well. It just like the storyline was super not like, and it was so long. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I even got, which was a big mistake, I got a margarita that was in a can. It was crappy. Like, it was not any good. And then, so I was drinking this canned margarita of just not even happiness, and watching these ballerinas ballet dance through the story, in which, honestly, half the time I even know the story for the play version of the thing. Half the time I was like, I don't understand what this dance has to do with anything. Like, it just was a little bit confusing, honestly. I mean, if I would have just been like a little shorter and just like cutesy girls dancing ballet, probably would have been a little bit more of my cup of tea, to be honest. But I don't know, the storyline moved super slow. And half the time I didn't understand the connection between the next dance and the next part of the story. So I'm like, I don't understand what part they're moving forward at this point. Some of the times I totally got it though. Some. And we're talking like Paquito amount, guys. Paquito. Not much. It was one of those holy crap guys. But it was interesting. I would probably go to another ballet, but now I'm prepared. Yeah, I wasn't prepared. I hadn't been to a bunch of ballets. I went and watched my daughter do her ballet practice, which is only 45 minutes of ballet practice. This was like a whole play, but imagine that there's no talking and there's just dancing ballerinas. And you're supposed to follow it like a play, but there's no dialogue, just ballerinas. That's what happened. Yeah. I need them to hybrid it. I need there to be a ballet slash actors with dialogue that's maybe, I don't know, even a musical probably. Yeah, that's where I felt a little bit on it. Still a good experience, you guys. My margarita sucked though. If you get an opportunity to grab a margarita that's in a can, don't. It's not gonna be any good. It's not a real margarita. It tasted like crap. That was the only real disappointment, is the margarita that I thought I was about to enjoy. Cause like by intermission, I kind of knew I was a little bit like WTF-ish, you know what I mean? So I decided, hey, if I have a margarita, it's probably going to make this a little better. And then the margarita wasn't that good. It's okay. Still a good experience. I'm gonna probably go to more of those, but not like. I'm not gonna be a seasoned ballet pass holder, I'll tell you that, guys. Honestly, the ballerina that was dancing the bad guy part was probably the cutesiest one. She had a like fancy outfit. She was passionate. We all liked the passion. That part wasn't as boring because she was dancing ballet like an evil person. I don't know how that, like, it is what it is. It's really hard to interpret, just to be honest, but it was passionate. That's how we interpret it. Oh, this girl's the bad guy. She's in a black ballet dress and being feisty dancer. The rest of it was kind of just like WTF. No fight scenes, I'm going to tell you that. Of course, like, I don't know how they fight scene a ballet, so that's on its own little... I mean, there was kind of like what I guess would have been considered a fight scene, but I don't know. Been spoiled with movies with dialogue and action that's self-explanatory, where we're not like, what the crap is going on? Ooh. You guys do anything fun over the weekend? Anybody? Please tell me somebody's doing something. I always like it if you guys are doing things, being exciting, or just doing things. Hey, how you doing, Eugene? I hope you're having a great day also. You finished Mayhem? Good for you. I promise that was probably more exciting than the ballet. I mean, the ballet was good. Hey, silver's pretty good. I haven't even finished the bronze. Throwing some fireballs. I'm gonna have to knock this out though. I'm gonna let you guys know though, for reals, if you go to a ballet ever and it's like even a play that you know and you're like, oh no, that's a pretty good play or movie, that'll be okay. It's seriously, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say I might not be cultured enough to or something, but it was a little bit rough. There were several times, and the people I was sitting with did not appreciate me talking about stuff at all. Like, cause I tried to say something kind of just joking, and people looked way too serious. Like I had just insulted some religious thing or something, and I'm like, yeah. So I just went to the Snow White ballet, and legitimately, the story was super not very exciting. Hey, Iverson, how you doing? And it was hard to tell what the crap they were trying to dance to portray. Like, there were only a few times, like when the evil witch was involved and stuff like that, that I'm like, oh, I know what's going on now. The rest of it literally was just ballerinas doing ballerina dancing with different sets and different clothes on. Like, and I guess I was supposed to interpret from their dance the rest of the situation, in which, honestly, and I hate to say this, you guys, I clapped really good when it was over. I was super excited when I finally realized, oh, this is the end scene. I'm like, yeah. Outside of that, it was really long. It was probably the longest couple hours that I've spent watching something for a while. And I don't mean to be mean. If some of you guys love ballet, great. I love ballerinas. I think that they're super cutesy. Um, the part where like they're trying to convey a story with their dance and no dialogue though, I don't get why. Like, is there a rule that says in a ballet you can't have dance, then talk, then dance, or something like that where it makes more sense? Because if not, we need to have hybrids so that there's kind of a little bit of acting and a little bit of actual advancement of the storyline. Because just moving from dance scene to dance scene to dance scene to dance scene is kind of not the best story I've ever seen. Just, but the Maleficent girl was super good dancer, super cutesy, super feisty, passionate. Yeah, no, I get you're supposed to have to interpret it. I don't want to have to interpret. I want them to portray it in a way where I just know what's going on and can enjoy myself. You know what I mean? I'm not I don't want to go watch an interpretive dance play or any of that other stuff. What I like is to just be entertained. And honestly, I just want the story to advance. There was some random scenes that I literally don't think are actually in the real story. Like there was a whole dance that was just like some nature dance in which they were dancing around with flower things and doing other crap, and I'm like, I don't understand what part of the story this is at all. What the crap is this? I don't know, maybe it was the passage of time in nature or something like that. I don't have no idea. Nobody ever explained it. I didn't bother asking. I had a crappy margarita, wasn't good. I did get to go meet all the ballerinas afterwards. That part was probably the most pleasant part. They're very nice girls, honestly. They're super nice, but the other parts, like, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. And I'm not trying to be mean. I think ballet is super cool that those girls can do all that stuff. But in all honesty, some of it was kind of a little bit WTF. Not just a little bit. Oh, I'm not. Well, you know what? I can't say I'm not. Here's the deal. Some of my life is ran by what girls want to do. And once in a great while, I have to just take a deep breath and go do stuff that's absolutely boring because girls want to do that stuff. I just take the deep breath and I try to get through it as best as I can. Just gonna be straight honest. I just honestly also kind of wish it wasn't so frickin' boring. It was like, holy crap, boring. Like, all the good scenes weren't there. Like, any of the scenes where you would have been like, oh, this is gonna be a fight scene. Well, not a fight scene, but some kind of action scene. Literally, nope. No action scenes, just more dancing. Yeah. So if you guys are thinking you wanted to go to a ballet thing, be forewarned, it's just all ballet, no matter what story they're supposedly telling. There's no dialogue, there's no anything. It's just ballet, then the next ballet, then the next ballet, and then the next ballet, and then you're like, WTF. Yeah. The ballerinas, though, seriously, afterwards were super nice. And so I just said nice things to them. I didn't say any, like, that was the boringest story I've ever seen. Because all you girls did is dance. Which I get, they're ballet girls. That's what they're supposed to do, is dance. But a little bit, just a little bit of dialogue would have been nice. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if maybe there's a rule that says that ballet girls don't get to talk or something, but I don't know the rules. So all I was thinking, my nose is itching like crazy. All I was thinking is, holy crap, I wish there was some dialogue. Oh, there were people that straight loved it. Yeah. All kinds of people were loving the crap out of it. The people I was setting with included. Where at one point I made one little comment about something. It was probably an inappropriate comment, I'll be honest. And oh my god, you would have thought I had committed some massive sin. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being a musical. Yeah, those ballet people, they're serious, man. Those ballet fans, you can't make any jokes, guys. See, I've been to an opera before too. And honestly, the people I sat with at an opera, I went to Phantom of the Opera. It was super interesting. The people I sat with were super overly serious though. Like just way overly serious. I don't get the point of that. Like, but it is very highbrow. That's literally the best way to call it. Where you're like, okay, you guys, no, you're not actually. I don't know. I don't want to say disparaging things. But yeah, super boring. Not the ballet girl's fault, I'm sure. Also, the audience people didn't seem. Okay, so the people I was sitting with, I pointed out how well developed one of the dancers' calves were, and how that takes a really long time to get calves like that. That's super impressive. They were literally looked at me like I was like a horrible person for pointing out the girl's calves. Um, I didn't know you couldn't discuss the ballerina girl's legs or calves. Note to self, I guess that's off limits to discuss their physical attributes. Right? Who would have known? But no crap. One of the ballerina girls, her calves were beast mode calves. Like I was like, whoa, that girl has some serious beast mode calves. Those are super developed. That takes a long time because you guys know to develop your calves properly, it takes like 5 freaking years, right? And this girl's calves, um, were like serious, and you could see them. Yeah, I didn't think it was an inappropriate thing to discuss. Now I know. Don't discuss the girl's calves. The things you learn, right? But seriously, that chick, her calves were like super well developed. Honestly, I mean, besides the fact that obviously it's partially from the dancing, none of the other little dancer girls had calves that were anywhere near as sculpted as the one girl. And so I was like, holy crap, that girl has super sculpted calves. Those are very impressively developed. Can't say that, guys. Can't say that. I don't know where that rule's written, but somehow you're not supposed to discuss that. That might make the thing less boring. And yeah, it was interesting. Was still making sure nobody had texted me. When a business calls me randomly, I'm always distressed that they have some issue going on that's actually an emergency. Because normally we have scheduled meetings and stuff, not just random phone call me at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you guys feel the lag on that? I don't want extra itchy today. Hey, you guys working on something fun? I hope you guys are working on fun things in life. Like a couple big goals, you know what I'm saying? Anybody working on something really fun like reestablishing the Byzantine Empire or establishing the space colony? Let's get some big ones up on the board. Just checking. Space colony sounds fun. A little short on money for that one, but if one of you guys got that going on, I'd throw in. Definitely be willing to help. Do you guys know that the Byzantine Empire had its own elite Viking guards? I mean, they weren't Vikings anymore, but originally they were Vikings. They just were. It's called the Vigerian Guard. Very fascinating. But they were like super well trained and very well equipped at one point. Like, super well trained and equipped. Who doesn't love history? I always love history, you guys. Freaking love it. Partially because most of my heroes are from like, I don't know, a couple thousand years ago, so that kind of makes it where you have to like history. A lot of people from like the last few thousand years are kind of boring, just to be honest. But there's a few people that like they're kind of interesting. But the most interesting people literally are like not from the modern world. I don't know why this is so laggy today. Oh, come on, throw a fireball. Let's try and figure out if somebody just pulled up at my house. I'm gonna likely only have a 1 hour stream today, just so you guys know. Just because I do need to get back a hold of that business and find out why they're calling me at 1 o'clock. Usually actually a good reason. Businesses don't just randomly call me, you know. I was about to think, like, WTF. The delay on this is just... I don't know why it's delaying so much today. Has anybody went to an opera that was just so good that you didn't think it mattered that they didn't talk or do anything to carry the storyline through? Like an action-packed one? You know what I almost want to do? Cause I'm not trying to be mean, but did you guys ever watch the movie Tron or Flash Gordon or a zombie movie? Can you imagine if you like literally were like rich enough to be able to convince some director that he needed to do Tron, the ballet? Be like, well, my idea is for a ballet of Tron. I am having pretty good fun with Mayhem, to be honest, Sanka. Yeah. I mean, like, it's going okay. It hasn't went horrible for me. We don't know exactly how it's went, though. I could be getting my butt kicked. Let's see. I'm getting my butt kicked, I'm going to be honest right this second, it looks like. Because I've definitely burned up. I've used probably 300 ped, and we're looking at this much in returns. And so I'm probably down at least 50. Oh! An opera based on Skyrim? So now you're talking. That's what I'm talking about. Skyrim the opera? That's somebody thinking right there. They're like, I'm gonna keep the dudes from getting bored, or like just the general people that aren't like hoity-toity. At the same time, still having an opera. I don't know who did that, but good for them. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. Did they talk a little bit, or was it still just dances? Honestly, I just wasn't prepared for the no dialogue, and the storyline moved forward so badly. Like, it just wasn't, it wasn't a just move it forward storyline, guys. I'll check that out later. I like checking stuff out. You guys know I just read this book today called The Law, which is super, it's an economic book, honestly. It's about law, but it's about legal pilfering and stuff like that, and other stuff. It's kind of an interesting book by some French dude. Guy was genius. A pretty good book. The people that suggested it to me, though, suggested like it was going to be the most profound book I had ever read. It was okay. It's pretty profound. It just wasn't like pop your mind profound. It was good. I'll tell them it was good still. But like, definitely not on the even top 20 list of most profound books I've ever read. I like profound books. Some of them are pretty short too. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever read Ayn Rand's Anthem. It's super short, and it's super actually profound. Like, more profound than a lot of books ever get that are super long. The Law was okay, though. And it did have some good points. It has some good arguments in it. Has some good thoughts on stuff. Perspective is pretty strong on it. But, not definitely the most, hey, this paradigm shifted me. Of course, I already had kind of the same perspective as the writer on the stuff. And so, I'm not coming from a direction of, oh, I used to think this way, but after reading this guy's thoughts on stuff, I just changed the way I thought. because honestly, I kind of already thought the way the writer wrote, so I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. That's where I am on that. Still a good book, and so I'm not talking crap about it, but it definitely wasn't as as profound as I thought it was going to be from the suggestions. Like they had built it up to where I thought it was going to have some epiphany type stuff where you're like, nah, once you read this, the way you see things is going to totally change. You know, the other one, the people build up like that, and maybe it does do that for people. I don't know if you guys have ever read The Yellow King. The Yellow King is super good. And people will tell you all kinds of crap about that book. Like it's dangerous, or like it'll warp your mind, or just all kinds of random crap, right? I'm gonna let you know, I've read The Yellow King. It didn't warp my mind, for sure. I did find it to be a fascinating storyline, because there's actually multiple stories. Um, it's not gonna twist your brain. You know what I mean? Unless your brain's easy to twist. I guess you know what. There's probably somebody out there that it really did twist their brain. I mean, I don't know, but their brain was already profoundly set up to be twisted if that's what happened. Just to be honest, it is a good book though, because it you guys. I'll tell you, the Yellow King stories. They just are. They're different, is what they are. Like super different, honestly. They're not set up to give you some kind of heroic story where the hero's a hero, though. I want to heads up you on that. So if you're liking some kind of story where, and they're a little creepy in some cases, but not like super creepy in a bad way, creepy in the good way. If that's a thing. I don't know if that's really a thing. Maybe I'm just making up creepy in a good way. But yeah. They're also super profound. I mean, like, in the sense that, like, they were written so long ago, and, they have some stuff going on in them that you're like, oh, this is definitely something that really turned into a thing. I mean, most of it's not like that. But some. I thought the Yellow King stories were good though, just out for the record. I think a lot of stories are good though. Well, that's not always true. I think some stories are just absolute but there are a reasonable amount of super profound stories. You know one that is um super profound, that's a collection of stories? If you guys have ever read of Masters and Men, uh I think that's what it's called. I don't want to quote me on that. But basically, it lets you think differently because you get to read some stories from the perspective of people that were born into the assumption of being a slave that weren't slaves because they refused to be a slave. I'm not going to say it ended well for them, but I'm going to say that they weren't slaves. Nobody made them a slave. I always find that perspective fascinating. You know, the ability to just be like, I get the society says this, but I'm going to live how I live, and I'm going to live, even if shorter, how I live. Truly, you know what I'm saying? Not like on the wussy level where you're just a conformist and stuff like that. One of my favorite stories in the whole thing is a dude's story in which he just isn't going to be, and you know, he's not going to allow himself to be a slave because that was his lot in life or whatever, and he isn't one in any capacity. He's a free man in every sense of the way, in which you got to respect that, or at least I think you got to respect that. Super big fan of that book. I'm not sure I got the name right, but I'm gonna just let you know there is a collection of stories of just fascinating tales of masters and slaves and stuff like that, and the perspective that the individuals have is just super good growth for yourself, I think. Okay. Was really thinking that they should give us a freaking global on that guy, but can't always get a global, you guys. Hey Zuck, how you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. We've been discussing random stuff, books, ballets and such. I should have got a picture of all the little ballerinas for you guys. They were super sweet girls. The ballet was just super boring. And so, we're going to be a little short. I mean, like, this is going to be a short stream, just so you know, Zuck, today. I mean, we're almost to wrap it up. You've got to get back a hold of a business and make sure that everything's fine with them. Plus, I have a bunch of stuff I need to do. But I'm hoping you guys are all rocking. I'm also going to probably hope that we can raid over to somebody that raided over to me last week and do a return the favor. I always like returning the favor on people. I think I've got my butt kicked a little bit today. At 2.6. Yeah, for sure. We've got our butt kicked a little bit. Probably down at least 100 and something pad. Which isn't a big deal, you guys, but... But nobody wants to be down at all. Unless it's being down. I don't know what that was even supposed to mean, but... I am excited for Halloween tomorrow. I'm going to do all kinds of Halloween stuff tomorrow. I got invited to a ton of little Halloween thingy-majiggies. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with that. But yeah, Halloween's always exciting. I think Halloween's a super fun time, you guys. And I know different cultures celebrate it differently. I don't know how everybody celebrates it, but in the United States, basically everybody just parties. Just gonna be honest. Look at this guy found a DOA Strike Hammer Improved 20th Twin Edition. I'd say that's a pretty freaking good find, whatever he got that off of. I don't know where he got it, but good for him. Yeah, you know what though? I actually don't know what I'm being for Halloween. So I was a monk one year, like wear the hood and everything monk. And people literally let me know that I look like a creepy monk, like a scary monk, not a nice one. Which I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I don't know what I'm gonna be. I gotta figure that out by tomorrow. I'm gonna be something though, you guys. I have no freaking idea. I am excited for Halloween tomorrow though. I do have a bunch of candy. I don't really think I'm gonna be home tomorrow though to pass it out. So I'm not really sure what I was doing by getting a bunch of candy. And so I think it's super good for kids to play, pretend, and stuff like that, and to be able to just live in that fanciful type world that we all create during Halloween. I think that that's one of the best things about it. It's just the imagination of it and stuff. It's good for even non-kids, honestly. Even though we all are in a real world where it's not that exciting anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's nice to see all the variety. Like, it just is nice to see the switch up of things. But I love Halloween, and so yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna make this the last one, then we're gonna raid over to somebody. I didn't know about the event on DSEC. I'll have to look into it. I might do that anyway. I've got nothing else to do tomorrow really, except like I've got to put up some shelves in my book room because my books are overflowing and they're on the floor in some cases because I didn't have enough shelves for books. That's an issue, guys. Oh! I like Fatty Prophet. He's freaking good guy. So yeah, I'll probably end up going to that. I've got to fly somewhere anyway. I've got to get back to Calypso this week so that we can restock our booth and everything. Because my booth is like, it's got a bunch of stuff bought out of it. And then, look at this, you guys. We've got all this stuff bought out too. So basically, I keep on selling everything, and I need to restock stuff basically. I don't know what the heck. Oh, that's the wrong stuff. This is the one I'm doing. Reverse, guys, reverse. Hold on. So I think I got my butt kicked today, just for the record. It's okay. It does happen. I'll just deal with it. I'd say I at least got down. I got down at least 100 ped. I'm taking my daughter trick or treating for sure. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trick or treating. People would just be like, WTF, dude. But I am gonna go trick or treating just and take my daughter. But I'm taking her to like, I live in Colorado, so it's safe to do. But I'm going to a specific area of town where I know everything's good and blah blah blah. And I'm pretty much only going to houses of people I know and businesses of people I know. And businesses do a lot of trick or treating in my area. Like they set up all kinds of safe street stuff, and I don't know. They do all kinds of stuff. And so I'm excited about that. Hold on one second. I'm going to find us somebody to raid over to. I just wanted to double check who raided me last time so I could get them back. So Raiden did. Okay. I always like to see who exactly hit me last time so I can get them back. It looks like he's going to be starting soon. I gotta double check this, guys. Yeah, it looks like he's starting soon. I never do a hey, I'm gonna be starting soon thing, so it always throws me off when everybody else does do that stuff. But that's freaking awesome that they're all organized like that, I guess. Hey, thank you guys very much for hanging out. I hope you all have an amazing day. Peace and very best wishes.